Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Those of you that have been with this channel since the beginning, and those of you that have been with us here and thereabout, and those of you that have just subscribed, as well as those of you who are contemplating subscription. We thank God for you, and even your consideration. We thank God for that also. You're walking with Mr. Clay. I'm Mr. Clay. And we're in the book of Isaiah chapter 46. Yes, as you prepare. Yes, we discovered how the Most High, even the I Am, pleads with Israel. And it seems like Israel or Jacob has a problem with idolatry and following other nations. Even to this day, we think that the Most High should have a son. We think that the Most High should have, some even think he has a daughter. Some think he laid with his creation when he told his own creation that were spirits called the Watchers not to lay with mankind that the Most High has created. But yet, we've been deceived because of the agenda of the colonizer, that's one, but also it's the agenda that was before the colonizer. And that agenda was to control the masses. During the Roman Empire, in the book called Stolen Legacy, it talks about that. And also in the book of, should I say, The Discoverers by Daniel Borenstein, it talks about how the struggle was to control the masses or the people, yes, how to control them. And this way we have to really consider what is going on. Why was God given a son by man? Why does man have to, God comes down in the womb of a woman and comes out of the womb, but yet it's God's seed comes out of the womb, and then next thing you know, here comes a man, and this man's supposed to be sinless, but there are so many contradictions to his life that it doesn't add up as far as the law is concerned. But yet there was one man that even wasn't even an Israelite, wasn't even a son of Jacob, but it was a son of Shem. His name was Job. Perfect and upright man. What does that mean? Law abiding, for the law is perfect. If you abide by the law, statutes, commandments, and ordinances of the Most High, or whatever law the Most High has put out that you understand and you do, you are considered perfect before the Most High. You're considered law-abiding, righteous. For the law is the righteousness of the I Am. Yes, it is the righteousness. It's the way, the truth, and the life. It's not in a man. It's not in a demigod. It's not in a fictitious person. Because you have to realize there were many people named Justus, Yahawashai, Yahusha, whatever you want to call them, however you would contribute that name to them in biblical times, or should I say in historical times. There were many people of that name that were of the children of Israel, and some of the children of Shem. It's not absolutely a Christian name. It's not actually an African name, but most of them were named in the format of what you would say Afro-Asiatic type names. And as you go through the Old Testament, you will find out there were many Afro-Asiatic names from the book of Enoch to the book of Malachi. But yet these certain names had to be changed. Moses, Oshay or Joshua, and the other names of the major prophets. And many of us, we cleave to the major prophets and thinking that we're going to cause lightning to come down. And these prophets a lot of times live in fear because they had to see spirits. They had to see things that were far past our imagination. They lived a life that you cannot fathom. But yet they respect and they loved and they feared the I Am because they saw the I Am in the majesty of power that can becometh the I Am. Yes. Yes, in all of that, let us pray in the prayer of Abraham, or Abram at that time, before they changed his name. Deliver me from the hands of evil spirits who have swayed the thoughts of men's hearts, and let them not lead me astray from thee, my God. Establish thou me and my seed, that we go not astray henceforth and forever. Jubilees, that can be found at chapter 12 and verse 20. Yes, Isaiah chapter 46. Baal boweth down, Nebo stoopeth. Make you think about the group that only lasted so long, Club Nebo, back in the 90s, yeah. Their idols were the beast, or upon the beast, and upon the cattle. Your carriages were heavy laden, it says, and they are a burden to weary the beast. In other words, these beasts had big idols put on their backs to carry around for people to worship. Yes, they stoop, they bow down together. They could not deliver the burden, but themselves are gone into captivity. This is what the Most High puts up with. This is foolishness. If a person really thinks as the patriarch Abraham, when he saw his father's idols, and he wondered, he tried everything. He tried to feed them, he tried to talk to them, they never talked, and they never delivered him out of anything. So I think Abraham got frustrated with those idols. So in later chapters of that, or should I say of Jubilees, Abram burnt up and cast down all his father's idol and fled. Yeah, he was a young man. Just didn't see no point to it. It's just like there is no point to your New Testament or your Quran because of what the New Testament, or should I say the book of Enoch and the book of Jubilees say, even the first commandment. What I'm saying is Gabriel, even with Mary, Gabriel, that wasn't Gabriel's duties. But they decided to take this spirit of the Most High and use his name to validate their doctrines or their teachings or whatever they came up with that they have concocted. Yes, they have. And Michael, which was another name that they could use, was that his real name? We don't know. And also, they didn't use none of the other angels that came. What about the angel? Who was the name of the angel that came to Manoah and his wife, the father and mother of Samson, who saw this great feat that even the angel bowed down to the Most High, that he wouldn't accept any offering, but yet he told them to offer to the Most High. And then when they offered, the angel went into the fire. Read the story of Samson. And went up with the offering toward the Most High, as though he's lifting that offering up to the Most High, because they feared the Most High. And the Most High was most gracious and merciful toward them. When I say gracious, I mean favorable and merciful toward them. Now, Isaiah chapter 46 again. They stooped down and bowed together. They could not deliver the burden, but themselves are gone into captivity. Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel, which are gone by me from the belly, which are carried from the womb. The remnant of the house of Israel. The rest are gone. They taken into captivity. They don't even know who they are. Just as in this land we call overseas, the U.S. We've taken into captivity. Our historic history has been erased. Some of us have already been here. Some of us haven't. Though, because we look alike, we're not alike. As the rapper says, they're not like us. But he says, which are born by me from the belly. Not that God had sex or anything. Maybe this is the ideal they came up for, this Jesus of the New Testament that they made up. Which are carried from the womb. In other words, by the order of the Most High they were born. But really, they're the seed of man. God needs no seed. God needs no genitals. God is the creator. The I am is the creator. He already says that in chapter 45. He lets us know what the Most High has done. Even to your old age, I am He. Even to the whole hairs, same thing, old age, will I carry you. I have made and I will bear, and even I will carry and will deliver you. The Most High said, I'm doing this. I'm carrying you through this, that you might see the awesomeness of how I deliver you. That you might see that I am God, that I am the power. I am one. And there is no other beside me. You have no deliverer beside me. Yes. But we get stiff-necked and hard-headed because of our positions in our different societies and camps and all these other things. That's why it's so important to have your own thoughts, to do your own research. It's good to fellowship with others, but the fact is, if they're taken with the crowd, you don't have to be. I'm talking to a few, very few, that the Most High has chosen to be that beacon when things hit the fan. Now, hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel, which are born by me from the belly, which are carried from the womb. Yes. Even to your old age, I am He, or I am that I am. Even to the hoar head will I carry you. I have made and I will bear, and I will carry and will deliver you. To whom will ye liken me? You liken him unto a man named Jesus, Yahusha. You liken the Most High unto your rock that you have, or you liken the Most High's message to, and say that Gabriel delivered a message to Mary or Muhammad. When you look in the book of Enoch, that is not Gabriel's job to do so. And you gave him a title, messenger angel. You have to really consider and think. But it's hard for many of you, I understand. And, well, it is wickedness before the Most High. No, we don't have a law and take it. Israel doesn't have a law to take you and put you in jail or something like that because you do not believe. No. You go about your business. Just get out of our camp. Get out of our country. That's all we can say. Go. Unless you come and you're in our country and you do a sin that is against the Most High, and then you will pay like everyone else, according to the Most High. Yes, that's what He wanted Israel to do. To whom will you liken me? Mankind, your imagination, or whatever you think. You see people imagining the Most High in a way that it's not even written. It's crazy. They never read the Bible. They never read the books. They never read the prophecies. Neither the early books, Enoch, Jubilees, and Jasher. Have never read none of them. But yet has an opinion on the Bible. You cannot have opinion when you don't know what you're talking about. And then you have some of them that will get you to believe a certain thing by just taking here a little and there a little and putting it all together and say, see what I mean? This is what God says. This is really whatever is not so. Line upon line, precept upon precept. In other words, read the whole context of it. Now, and obey the context of it. We do not have the book of the law. No, we do not. We have an historical account of the book of the law. And this book of the law is somewhere. But because of Deuteronomy chapter 28, that's the reason, really. That is the reason. They bear him upon the shoulder, and they carry him and place it, and set him in place. And he standeth. This is Buddha and all these other gods they've made, or shrines they bow down to, and they tell you a bunch of gaslight you into thinking that this is not what you think it is. It's just wisdom. It's a lie. It's idolatry. You bow down before it, you worship it. You burn incense unto these idols, whether you're in India or China or whatever, or Africa, or even in the US, still doing the same thing. You bow down and kiss the rock, more homage to the rock than you give whom you say is God, Allah. Now, he said, yea, one shall cry out to him, yet can he not answer or save him out of his trouble. Abram had the same problem. Remember this and show yourself men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. Yes, this is what he's saying. Idolatry is transgression. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. This is, the Most High stresses this. I've created you. This is what the Most High is saying, or the I am. The Most High created all mankind and whatever is man. The Most High created it. He ordered it. The Most High ordered it that produce after your kind. The animal has his kind, the fish and the fowl, and man has his kind. Yes. Who are you liking me? I'm not after none of y'all. Or none of you all, should I say. He says now, remember this and show yourself men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. Now he's already pointed out the sin. This is what God is doing. The judgment. He's pointed out the sin. What are we going to do with this sin? He already judged you that you have sinned already. He already judged Israel that they have sinned. O ye transgressors, you have sinned against the law. Remember the former things of old, for I am that I am, and there is none else. I am that I am. There is none like me. And you liken him to none, to nothing. An idol, a man, a rock. You lie on the angels or the spirits of the Most High, whom they call Michael and Gabriel. This is what these testaments do. Declaring to the end from the beginning and from the ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure. God already knows the hearts of man, and he knows what man is going to do. You can get sarcastic and say, oh, why should we do this if he knows everything we're going to do? He knows how you have gained your precepts through your surroundings. Whether you were born into a Christian home, a Muslim home, an Israelite home, a Buddhist home, or any other home. Whatever home you was born in, he knows those of you, and to come out of those perceptions and began to acknowledge and try to understand and know the Most High, even the I am. Yes. Calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man that executeth my counsel from a far country. Yea, I have spoken it, and I will bring it to pass. I have purposed it. Now he's talking about Cyrus here. And I will also do it. He's talking about Cyrus, who shall subdue Babylon. Babylon subdued Syria. Now here's Cyrus, king of Persia, whom the Most High has named. Hearken unto me, ye stout-hearted. That's what he's saying. You stuck in your ways. You Israelite who still practice Christianity in a subtle way. Christians who lie and make up things out of the Bible. Should I say, I'm talking about the whole, you make up things out of the New Testament. Your preachers, your teachers, always making up stuff, never in context. And the same thing a lot of you so-called Israelites do also. Making up things. Trying to figure out God, when you should just read, what is God saying here in this whole chapter? What is he saying? I can take different words and make up a sentence. I can take different sentences and make up a paragraph and try to prove a point that is a lie. But this is no lie. This is the whole thought that is coming to pass, whether you go by the book or the chapter. And it consists of different phrases called sentences. But it makes up a whole thought, really, it does. It makes up a whole thought. Now, I bring near my righteousness. The law. The righteousness of the Most High is the law, statutes, commandments, and ordinances. That is the law, not Jesus. That is the way. That is the way we should live. And that is the life we should live. The way we should go and the life we should live. Yes, that sounds better. Now, it shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry, and I will place salvation in Zion for Israel, my glory. How shall he do this? He already said it. Calling a ravenous bird from the east, a man that executed my counsel from a far country. Cyrus, king of Persia. This is what God is talking about. He's not talking about no Jesus or no Yahushua or no Yahusha. And then you start thinking and dreaming up things that's not so, making yourself a liar and bringing the wrath of the Most High upon yourself. And if we do those things that are right before the Most High, even the law, statutes, commandments, and ordinances, which is the righteousness of the I Am, even the Most High, Yahweh, Yahuwah, Tata Nzambe, Sanina Nanina Ya Allah. Yes, this is the righteousness of the one, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We will have